We have all the Lao food spread and eat and talk about the cultural difference, similarities with Vietnamese food and Lao food and the difference, and growing up here in America and our culture, anything that we may relate to.
Yeah, and the future of like where our people are going.
What's up, guys? Oh my goodness, I'm with a huge fan of yours. This is Dana, Los Angeles for everybody, guys. You guys already know her. She does Southeast Asian food, everything towards everybody. I'm so happy to be here with you.
And I'm here with Mr. Harris. He's like so international, so uniting with all the Southeast Asian cultures and just like people overall. He's like shares great information. He's so knowledgeable and just like a gem to have in our society, like a great person that we need right now.
Oh, thanks for your kind
Your
words.
work.
And the feeling's mutual. I've seen you try all sorts of food. Vietnamese food is great, you know, you're Vietnamese, and that's great that you're able to, you know, travel the world and try different food. So you're definitely familiar with Lao food. I've seen you. Viet Chun has been here in the Vietnamese community, being the first Lao food restaurant to be here, and they survived for 16 years. And they took the risk. They have been supported by the Vietnamese community for the past 16 years and introduced Lao food to the Vietnamese community. And I'm so happy that they're here. And not a lot of people have a menu like they have, like the authentic Lao food. Because just like Vietnamese food is intricate, it takes a lot to make, labor of love. We can transport it to Laos today.
Let's explore the world without leaving LA. Today,
we're going to Laos. Let's talk about finger food.
Okay,
a lot of people consider rude to be eating with your hands like this. You know, there's forks and utensils. But here in America, people forget that we eat with our hands too. Like we eat hot dog with our hand, you eat burrito with your hand, you eat pizza with your hands, all messy. You know, a taco, everything. But then when we see another culture eat with their hand,
it's like
people are so quick to talk like, and people don't respect this culture.
Right. Well, one question I have is like, so this stuff is easy to grab with hands, right? But what about like maybe papaya salad? Maybe not with papaya salad. Right?
Yeah.
Even that too.
This would be hard. So for a lot of people, we even do the papaya, but how you eat it, you scoop your portion. So you that way, like this, you scoop like that your portion, and then bring it. So that way it doesn't touch. Like it's definitely messy. So yeah, like finger food, like type of thing, and I feel like, you know, we do it here too, so there's no difference. Go after a concert, eat dirty hot dog. It's so messy, right? Dana? But you know, sometimes people don't know and they don't try to understand, and that goes with our culture too, with our parents. It's difficult because, you know, like a lot of our parents, from what I grew up, they always taught us to stick with our own people, you know? People, yeah. And I say this because I know a lot of people relate to this, and I've seen other content creators talk about it too. You know?
People are talking about it now.
Parents always teach us to stick to our own kind. It's different for us now. You know, we were born here in America, and we're just taught to like meet people, be outgoing, and not be like in that bubble. I'm glad that the power of platform now, like Gen Zs and younger generations, we're all coming together.
I'm very passionate about this topic right now, and I think like it sparked in me a few months ago. Seeing your content kind of pushed it for me. Living in Sacramento pushed it for me. Like
Sacramento, 916. I'm from there too. Sacramento, small world. Natomas.
Oh, Natomas. Okay, like Macro, Southside. Yeah, Echo, and so I grew up in Denver, where it's like no Asians. Maybe it's pretty watered down, being Asian out there, so that was already hard.
Denver, oh my god.
Denver, yeah. And I talked to my friends who, like Vietnamese, who grew up in OC, and they seem to be like much more like, this is a side note that I'm thinking about, like my OC Viet friends seem to be like much more confident, much more like bold, and I think it's because like they had community, you know. In Denver, not much community, so you're like outnumbered, so you don't grow up as like confident. So I just want to like acknowledge like how important it is to have community, to have your people around you.
I agree.
So on what you were saying, so like Denver has like not a lot of Asians, and I moved to Sac where there's like mall, Lao food, and like you get Lao food from someone's grandma's garage.
Wow.
Stockton, you go down to Stockton and get like putio from like someone's garage.
Angel Cruise.
Angel Cruise.
God.
Yeah.
The best.
And then I start to notice like, okay, I go to like Wat Thai Temple in North Hollywood, and I hear the Buddhist chant, and I'm like, that sounds like Vietnamese Buddhism. Like Namo is like
that's
the,
true.
like,
Namo Tassa. Yeah, it's crazy.
What's your like name? Ours is a Namo Ayurveda.
Well, ours is Namo Tassa. It's all like Hindu script.
Yeah, so Namo is the same.
Wow, that's cool, yeah.
So I go and I hear these chants, and I'm like, okay, that's identical And then I explore a little more, and I start with like boat noodles, and then I try with like Phnom Penh noodle shop. Those noodles, and I'm like, this is so similar. And I came back and I'm like, why did my family not like merge us? Like, why are we so divided?
Yeah.
And I learn a little more about the racism.
Yes.
And I learn a little more, and then I go to Vietnam and I tell my aunt like, my family, Thailand, the Thai boxing, which is like, Auntie, I'm going to Thailand tomorrow to study Muay Thai, and she's like,
Oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah, I know.
like-
Yeah, same thing. It goes happens in Lao culture too. But I think that nowadays is becoming accepted. Everybody's coming as one, celebrating food, everything, culture, tradition, our food. In Laos, we are very familiar with Vietnamese food. We make a lot of Vietnamese foods, bun sale, everything. Like Khoi Kung, we make
Yeah.
all of that. Vietnamese food definitely play a big part in the Lao culture too.
And I feel like you guys like take like a Vietnamese dish. I don't know where it started, but you guys like transformed it with like these extreme flavors, extreme colors. Like that Vietnamese don't even guess. I don't know if it's because like the Silk Road and you guys got more spices or what, but like, or because you're closer to Thailand, but you guys like transformed it into something really special. I know I'm talking a lot.
No,
but, like,
no, I'm listening.
Like Southeast Asians are on a rise right now. Like,
Yes.
and I really believe it's because like maybe our parents, they were immigrants, so they had to like figure out working and getting a job and like learning the language and raising us. But then now we don't have to do that, so we can think about new things, right? So now we're like, you're our neighbor, you're similar to us. It's, you know, we're like there's no like racism between our nations.
I love that. And one thing we share, but we can share English.
Huh.
So it's easier for us to communicate. Maybe back then it was harder for our parents to communicate because they only speak in their native tongue.
Oh, that's a good
And it's
point.
hard for people to understand the culture or hard to understand maybe eating with your hands or stuff like that. And they'd be shy from a culture based off that, and a lot of stuff it causes racism. People say this and that, and you don't know. You just go off by what your community says. But us, we are making a change. Us younger generation, we talk about each other's food. We're creating content. We're supporting each other's food and understanding the flavors and similarities. And we speak English, and the power of social media.
Right, the power of like language. And like my sister made an interesting comment. She's like, you know, animals, like every animal has like its own way to survive. You know, they have like, bears have like claws, fish have like things to survive. You know, people, what do we have? We have communication, we have language. So let's like use our language to like go further.
Yes,
And like,
I agree.
you know?
That's amazing. I want to try this too.
Let's try it. Hand?
Yeah, we pick it. It's beef jerky, and in America we eat beef jerky with hands too.
Right?
Yeah.
For you.
That's for you. I got mine.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
yours?
thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. And you eat this, and then with your sticky rice.
Wow.
It's savory, lemongrass, garlicky.
That's like marinated. Well marinated. Yum. We don't have beef jerky we don't have beef jerky, we don't have sausages like you guys. But what blows my mind is that we are neighbors.
Yeah.
We are neighbors.
Flavor is still similar, right? Like it hits our palate.
Flavors are similar.
That fish sauce. It's our common denominator in Vietnam.
Do I taste like oyster sauce or like
I'm sure they put a little oyster sauce for savories. I feel like any marinade. Let's try this pie again. This time we do it with chopsticks. A little too messy. Cheers. Cheers.
I still have beef jerky. Yummy?
Okay.
So crunchy and fresh.
Brook taste. No.
Mambruk, yeah, that's another thing to talk about too.
Yes.
Mambruk, we're in one of these.
Pie.
pie.
Shrimp paste.
Shrimp paste. I know you guys really know how to use it. I know you guys do. For us, like mambruk is in the city that I'm from in Vietnam, central Vietnam, it's very common. We eat so much mung, but the rest of Vietnam, not as much. But I feel like you guys like.
What
learn
moon
how to
reel?
use it.
Moon reel, you guys
Moon
eat that,
reel,
right?
yeah.
Or with that, right? You dip it. Real.
People are scared of it.
It does have a strong taste. It definitely acquired taste, I would say.
I know, but I love it.
Yeah, that's why you can eat lot of food.
I feel like if someone likes salty chips, just
Yeah.
like salty flavor, you can have mambruk.
That's why a lot of food is very salty, savory, but I have to eat it with sticky rice for a balance.
Yeah, so that's the purpose of sticky rice, huh? To bring down the
Yes.
proteins.